You may hear lies and smears in this hearing that'll challenge my loyalty to and my love for our country. Those who oppose my nomination imply that I am loyal to something or someone other than God, my own conscience, and the Constitution of the United States, accusing me of being Trump's puppet, Putin's puppet, Assad's puppet, a guru's puppet, Modi's puppet, not recognizing the absurdity of simultaneously being the puppet of 5 different puppet masters. The same tactic was used against President Trump and failed. The American people elected President Trump with a decisive victory and mandate for change. The fact is, what truly unsettles my political opponents is I refuse to be their puppet.
Wow.
A few moments later.
We have 2 leaders of our 2 great countries who are very good friends and who are very focused on how we can strengthen those shared objectives and those shared interests.
Just today, Tulsi Gabbard said that Putin and Trump are, quote, very good friends. Last night, we reported on excerpts of an interview between the Director of National Intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard, and an Indian TV news network, in which she said that Trump was good friends with a world leader. We said that world leader was Vladimir Putin, but the full interview shows that Gabbard was referring to Trump and Indian Prime Minister Modi. Clear that up.
Oh, sorry, wrong guy. Sorry about that.
I bet they need a lot of those. I ain't gonna lie, Tulsi was cooking right here, though. I ain't never realized how bad she was cooking right here.
She
said,
was.
I'm loyal to my own conscience. Damn! I ain't never heard that before.
We watched that.
I know, I'm just saying, I just ain't.
Yeah, rehearing
really,
it is like,
I ain't
yeah,
really
that was.
get that. You know, I'm loyal to my conscience, brother. You can't change what I think.
Just today, Tulsi Gabbard said that Putin and Trump are, quote, very good friends. Luke, how disconnected is this from where the majority of Americans are? Over 60% of Americans support Ukraine. 2% are more on the side of Russia.
1,000 voters.
How disconnected is this administration with this country on this topic?
Yeah, I mean, Trump's views are completely out of step with the views of most Americans. But on this issue, he doesn't. It appears to me that he does not care much that he is so out of step with Americans. He views himself and Vladimir Putin as sort of bonded in victimhood. He has said repeatedly about how they were victims of the first impeachment, and that people like Adam Schiff and Nancy Pelosi went after them, the 2 of them together, and Putin suffered just like Trump suffered. And so in Trump's view of the world, the 2 of them are sort of bound together as allies, which, you know, it flies in the face of decades and decades of American foreign policy. And I just don't know how Vladimir Zelensky is going to sit there and watch them divide up his country and hand it off to Russia and agree to that. I can't imagine that Ukraine would agree to that. So, you know, it's a very warped worldview from traditional American foreign policy. And it is, as you point out, very out of step with the views of most Americans.
Yeah, and there are a lot of Americans who won't pay attention. Foreign policy is not a top issue. But for all those elected Republicans who have firmly understood our adversarial relationship with Russia for years and years and why it is that way, you got to wonder what they're thinking.
Yeah, I don't know why people watch this crap, bro.
So if we run our own polling, can we just say that's just facts?
Yeah. This is what Americans say.
Yeah.
So let's poll our subscribers. Let's poll 1,000 subscribers. Americans are saying 99% of America love Trump.
I mean, it's not a lie, but on a broader scale, it's a lie. But it's not a lie. I mean, some Americans, if we say something, Americans say.
We can say it, yeah. Americans say
technically
MSNBC is fake news based on the poll we just ran. And both times Trump won, they poll said he was going to lose. So it just seems as if, I don't know, man. These polls aren't accurate.
Fact, though. They actually did just factually lie.
No, that was a flat out lie there.
So now they're trying to say
they should be able to sue for that.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
So the left is now trying to say that Trump is best friends with Putin because the war stopped.
They try to say he's a Putin puppet. That's their agenda.
So how is he?
Trump is a Russian asset.
So are we? Man, this shit.
They said
fat,
we Russian
bro.
assets.
For Mother Russia.
They let some black
Hey, yo, Putin, let's slide over there then, man.
I ain't gonna go, brother. You gonna be on a flight by yourself.
Yeah, I don't think they got no good food over there. We're gonna be eating goulash.
I just want to meet Putin, man. I want to play basketball with
But
Putin.
they do. I heard they got some. I heard they got
Why
some
would you
fresh
play
food
basketball
though.
with Putin?
I heard they
I just
food
want to
is
be like
like.
Kim Jong Un. You know how he got Dennis Rodman over there? I'm gonna be with
Chill, bro,
Putin.
chill. Nah, I heard they food pretty good over there though.
I've never heard that ever.
Hey,
in my
not
life.
good. That's good. Like I heard their food
I've
is like super fresh. Though.
I've never heard that once in my
Nah,
life.
look,
It's a
Tucker
second
Carlson
world
got a
country,
video
though.
on it,
When
bro.
he went over there, they was in a food desert.
Man,
No, it's
when he
second
went
world
over there-
country. Like people starve to death.
No,
there.
yeah. But
They live in
had that-
villages.
like no. Back then they had like a time where people were starving over there, but now
They're
they
still
fixed it.
starving to death.
Well, maybe in some places.
They're
I don't
still
know.
starving.
But
They
in
live
the
in
nice side,
There's villages over there. There's
they
no
markets-
villages in the U.S.
yeah, maybe. Yeah, no. I have seen some bad videos and stuff over there. They're definitely not messing with the U.S.
There's
but
cave
I'm saying, as
people.
far as their food though, it's not as processed as the U.S. Like, it's,
Well, the U.S. got the most
markets-
processed food,
I still
but
don't want to eat it.
Yeah,
I'd rather go to Europe.
yeah.
I'd rather go anywhere
No,
in
yeah,
Europe
I'm not
and eat
going
food.
either way, though.
I'd rather
I'm
go
not
to
going.
Germany. And you see in
How they
Germany,
did,
they did a poll and it
bring
said
the grind on.
70% of Germans would buy a Tesla.
Really?
They did a poll. And
what
it's
I'm
like
saying, bro,
people
we
in
get them
Germany
Teslas
hate
off.
Tesla, and they did what is your likelihood to buy a Tesla? And 71% of them said they would buy one.
But all these people, I wish we could have done a year ago. All the Democrats wanted the Teslas because they wanted to save the earth. Now they don't care about that.
But technically, that could have been a poll of 1,000.
You know what? I'm
Russians.
happy we haven't
we don't know
seen
who's the vote.
the climate change people putting their hands in cement again or sitting in a row.
Bro,
I
that
don't
was
give a damn about those stupid
at that
people.
moment we should have known.
These are not serious people.
And I believe that CNN and MSDNC, who literally write 97.6% bad about me, are political arms of the Democrat Party. And in my opinion, they're really corrupt and they're illegal. What they do is illegal.
It is illegal to me.
It makes no difference how big a victory I had. I can have the biggest victory in history. It makes no difference what kind of a failure the other side has.
Now, did y'all see that lady that hit Trump with the mic?
Yes.
she
That
tweeted.
was
She
crazy.
said I stumbled. Someone was in the way. What if there was?
He looked. He
What
said,
if there was dangerous chemicals on that mic?
They would've
Did y'all
killed
see,
Joe Biden.
Did y'all see like what she looked like?
No, was she ugly?
She had the blue hair.
Oh, she was disgusting.
Oh no, it was super bad.
I think
She was
Liv
one of them.
I find Liv
She was
to
one
be
of them.
Pretty gross.
She was one of them.
Blue hair with the bull on the bull ring.
She had the septum. No, stop playing,
No, yeah, I'm finna pull it up, but that the guy that just got me distracted. The Stranger Things finna come out.
bro. They started this show during the first Obama administration.
Mr. President, walk us through the Gaza, Mr. President. Obviously, you're
Hey, nah, bro. I would've been mad for real.
you're concerned about the situation in Gaza. What are the hopes now to get the hostages back?
She just became a big story tonight, right?
Yes, sir.
Did you see that?
That's bad.
Bro, she's so cringe, bro.
But-
Nah,
I
it's
pissed
worse photos of her, but you could definitely touch.
Oh
this.
man, y'all was boosting.
No,
Y'all stay
no.
boosting.
I ain't gonna lie. It's like a picture of her with like color hair and stuff, but I can't find it. I don't
Man,
know
y'all
where it is.
boosting, man.
No, she had a blue hair with,
Nah, yeah, she
with the
definitely
bull.
got blue
the
hair,
bull-
bro. She got definitely like pictures with blue hair for sure.
It was pretty bad. I ain't gonna lie.
But I don't know why I can't find it.
That could have killed Joe Biden though.
Joe Biden would have probably failed.
He could have killed him. He would have a concussion.
I always try to
His,
give people
his
the
auto
benefit of
pen
the
would have
doubt.
saved him.
Yeah, I don't want to be an extremist.
You
She-
hit him
I
with
think
that
she did it
mic.
on accident.
I mean, like it's definitely worse photos of her though. But
She hurting.
anyways,
She hurting bad.
But you gotta be careful. That's the president. I'd be pretty careful around the president.
Media's been doing everybody a disjustice, the American people. The man that's literally just saved our astronauts, one of his companies, they're blowing up his stuff. So, well, let's just think about that there. Let's think about that.
They call the right divisive constantly, but do crazy, crazy things. I've never seen a person be like, oh, I won't go to that person's house because they Joe Biden or Kamala supporter. But the other way around, let's be honest, y'all. We know who's divisive.
Yeah. Actually, reflecting the past like 10 years, I ain't never seen somebody that wanted to burn up that whole city. Like,
American-made companies, you know?
They don't care about that.
Black Lives Matter and they blowing up the Teslas.
They don't care if a black person. That was your black.
But
They will
J-
burn his
but
Tesla.
But J6, I've been thinking about that. Nah. I've been thinking about that a lot though, but nah, I ain't gonna do that. But they,
Well,
they
not
going
not
after,
because of where we live.
yeah,
I
they
think.
going at like groups of them. If you go at a charging station, you better be on your cues. But now, you know, we down here in Texas.
Yeah,
I
feel-
don't think they playing like
They
that.
ain't gonna do that down here.
Yeah, they not doing it.
People
Yeah,
know
they
better.
know better than that.
A honk means more down here.
Hey, MSNBC needs to be at MSNBC
DC.
needs to be sued, guys. I think that needs to happen, guys. We're out of here. Let us know what y'all think.